Hello, everybody. Here we are. We're going to pick it up with Proverbs 17. So here we go. No, I'm sorry. This one makes me laugh because these are proverbs and sayings of Solomon that someone was probably writing down. But, he had like 800 concubines. So I think this particular proverb is funny. Better a dry crust with peace and quiet than a house full of feasting with strife. I'm telling you, I'm sure that he has that on good authority, because you can imagine the strife amongst the women, and he probably just got so sick of it. But we can apply it to our own lives. So I'm going to read it again. Better a dry crust with peace and quiet than a house full of feasting with strife. A prudent servant will rule over a disgraceful son. So a servant could even take the place of a son because the son is disgraceful, and will share the inheritance as one of the family. So the servant will get a part of the inheritance and will rule over the disgraceful son. The crucible for silver and the furnace for gold, but the Lord tests the heart. A wicked person listens to deceitful lips. A liar pays attention to a destructive tongue. Now, think about that. A wicked person listens to deceitful lips. I find that those that listen to liars are equally wicked because they enjoy it, okay? Whoever mocks the poor shows contempt for their maker, the maker of the poor. Not because they're poor, but their humanity. Whoever gloats over disaster will not go unpunished. Children's children are a crown to the aged, and parents are the pride of their children. Well, they should be. They aren't always. Eloquent lips are unsuited to a godless fool. How much worse lying lips to a ruler? Let's read that again. Eloquent lips are unsuited to a godless fool. So you're not going to see a lot of godless fools speaking eloquently. How much worse lying lips to a ruler who's a liar. A ruler who's a liar is unsuitable. A bribe is seen as a charm by the one who gives it. They think success will come at every turn. Whoever would foster love covers over an offense, but whoever repeats the matter separates close friends. Once again, a plug against don't gossip. A rebuke impresses a discerning person more than 100 lashes a fool. So a discerning person will receive the rebuke and be blessed by it, even if it hurts or it's embarrassing. But you can beat a fool 100 lashes and he won't get it. He still won't get it. Evildoers foster rebellion against God. The messenger of death will be sent against them. That is severe. Evildoers foster rebellion against God. The messenger of death will be sent against them. Better to meet a bear robbed of her cubs than a fool bent on folly. Evil will never leave the house of one who pays back evil for good. I believe that. Sort of like the no good deed goes unpunished. Those people who punish you, they get paid back by the Lord. Evil will never leave the house of one who pays back evil for good. Starting a quarrel is like breaching a dam, so drop the matter before a dispute breaks out. Acquitting the guilty and condemning the innocent, the Lord detests them both. We see a lot of that in this day and age. In the last 5 years, we've seen so much condemnation of righteous people and so much setting free people who've done wrong. Not holding them accountable. It's really dismaying. It makes a good man just cry in his beard, Why should fools have money in hand to buy wisdom when they're not able to understand it? How embarrassing. A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for a time of adversity. I think we're going to look into that one a little bit. One who has no sense shakes hands in pledge and puts up security for a neighbor. Whoever loves a quarrel loves sin. Whoever builds a high gate invites destruction. One whose heart is corrupt does not prosper. One whose tongue is perverse falls into trouble. To have a fool for a child brings grief. There's no joy for the parent of a godless fool. Oh, a cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. The wicked accept bribes in secret to pervert the course of justice. A discerning person keeps wisdom in view, but a fool's eyes wander to the ends of the earth. A foolish son brings grief to his father and bitterness to the mother who bore him. If imposing a fine on the innocent is not good, surely to flog honest officials is not right. My God, we're seeing that. We're seeing things akin to that in this day and age. It's terrifying what we're watching. This is a deadly time, folks. And if you're sleeping through it, woe to you. I rebuke you. Don't sleep through this. Tonight I thought, well, I don't want to sound hopeless, but I feel like the world is on its knees right now. And if you think that we're just going to go back to the way we were, I don't think so. I think we're on our knees. I think the entire world has been brought down to their knees. And I don't see us ever going back. I just see it. I'm not going to preach doom because I don't know. But I can see the writing on the wall. We're on our knees, people. They just mandated the vaccine in France. By September 15th, you better be vaxxed. I know Russia's doing it. When does it get around to America? It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. We're on our knees, okay? The whole world. Let's get a clue here, okay? They can run this COVID for any which way and for as long as they want, because they can keep popping up and terrifying the masses with, there's a new variant. And unfortunately, the masses believe them. There's only a rind of people that refuse to buy into it. It's really terrifying. Not to preach fear and like I'm sitting here quaking. It's just, I can't believe my eyes what I'm seeing in this day and age. I never thought I'd live to see it. Well, maybe I did, but I never thought it would look like this. I didn't think it was going to have to do with disease or, vaccines. I never thought it would have to do with that. It's weird. It's like something out of sci-fi. If the one who has knowledge uses words with restraint, and whoever has understanding is even-tempered. Even fools are thought wise if they keep silent, and discerning if they hold their tongues. Think about Joey on Friends. As long as he was quiet, he looked perfectly okay. But when he started blabbing, we all saw how stupid he was. But, as long as I think there was even a show, one of the episodes, it was something like that, where, he was just appearing wise. I don't remember completely. Okay, here we go. Proverbs 18. An unfriendly person pursues selfish ends, and against all sound judgment starts quarrels. Fools find no pleasure in understanding, but delight in airing their open opinions. When wickedness comes, so does contempt, and with shame comes reproach. And contempt means hate. So when wickedness comes, so does hate, and with shame comes reproach. The words of the mouth are deep waters, but the fountain of wisdom is a rushing stream. It's not good to be partial to the wicked and so deprive the innocent of justice. The lips of fools bring them strife, and their mouth invites a beating. We've all seen people like that who are just asking for it. The mouths of fools are their undoing, and their lips are a snare to their very lives. The words of a gossip are like choice morsels. They go down to the inmost parts. One who is slack in his work is brother to one who destroys. The name of the Lord is a fortified tower. The righteous run to it and are safe. The wealth of the rich is their fortified city. They imagine it a wall too high to scale. Well, they're going to find out, aren't they? With these games they're running on us all, with these vaccines, etc. You know, how much will someone pay to save their own life? You know, you tell someone you're going to die from a disease, here's the vax. Most people are going to jump for it, despite anything else they hear. You know, that it's killing people, or that ivermectin heals it, or hydroquote or whatever that was heals it. You know, people don't listen. They just give me the vax. Before a downfall, the heart, not condemning those who have the vax, okay? I have millions of friends who have the vax, okay? I don't think the vax is the mark of the beast. The Lord can keep you. I just think it's a way to modify behavior and to control everybody, okay? That's all. Before a downfall, the heart is haughty, but humility comes before honor. To answer before listening, that's folly and shame. I'll read that again. To answer before listening, that's folly and shame. The human spirit can endure in sickness, but a crushed spirit, who can bear? The heart of the discerning acquires knowledge, for the ears of the wise seek it out. A gift opens the way and ushers the giver into the presence of the great. In a lawsuit, the first to speak seems right, until someone comes forward and cross-examines. Casting the lot settles disputes and keeps strong opponents apart. A brother wronged is more unyielding than a fortified city. Disputes are like the barred gates of a citadel. From the fruit of their mouth, a person's stomach is filled. With the harvest of their lips, they are satisfied. Remember what I said about making sure your speech is good. The tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit. He who finds a wife finds what is good and receives favor from the Lord. The poor plead for mercy, but the rich answer harshly. One who has unreliable friends soon comes to ruin, but there's a friend who sticks closer than a brother. And we know who that is. You know, I'm going to stop here because I'm having so much trouble loading stuff up onto YouTube that I'm wondering if it's maybe, you know, the length of the video. I'm going to try some shorter ones. But I want to get into this really quickly. A brother is born for adversity. Okay. Whether this is speaking of one's blood brother or a brother in the church, this refers to the one who's going to be there when things get hard. A friend, so the proverb is, a friend sticks closer than a brother, and a brother is born for adversity. Meaning when times get tough, that person's going to be there, whether they're a friend who's closer than blood or they're a blood brother. I love you very much. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll pick it up at Proverbs 19. And like I say, I think we're just going to do 2 a night because they're pretty weighty and there's a lot of concepts in there. So I'll see you tomorrow. I love you very much. Have a wonderful evening. Pray for me. I'll pray for you. And find the Lord while he can be found. We live in some interesting times, but they're also dangerous. Love you. Bye-bye.